Hi Aries, this is your May 2022 general reading. So we're going to go from your first to your sixth house, and we'll see what's going on in all those areas of your life. All right, your first house, we have the Two of Cups. Let me know if you guys would prefer to go from the 1st to the 12th. You'll get a full image of what's going on. Second house, we have the King of Cups. Third house, we have the Empress. Your fourth house, we have the Seven of Swords. Fifth house, we have the Five of Swords. And your sixth house, we have the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. All right. And then since this is about a love that you're experiencing, we're going to get some messages for you as well. We have, I wish I could take back my words, and I wish things could be different. All right, so first house, we have the Two of Cups. Your first house is, it's your physical body. It's people's first impressions of you. Like if someone doesn't know you, it's the energy that they'll pick up, just by walking by or by looking at you. And it feels like this month, your energy is really affected by a relationship or a connection in your life. That being said, looking at the rest of your spread, it feels like if, for example, like you're going through hardships or having conflicts with someone, it's gonna show. Like you're not gonna be able to hide it. And it's gonna really affect you. It's gonna affect how you're acting, how you dress, how you behave, your personality changes a little bit because of everything that's going on here. We have the Empress. You could be married to this person or have children with them, or there's just something where you really want to make this work. Like you really sense that there's something worth fighting for here. Let's see. And that's why and we have the World, the cosmos. It's you. Okay, so there's two things that could be going on here. One, if you're in a long distance connection, this person may have asked you to move in with them, and that's what's stressing you out. But for others of you, it feels like this connection you're in, there's something that is keeping you tied to this person. There's something that makes you want to fight for it. But that this has to come to an end, that some cycle with this person has to close and has to, that you have to walk away from. All right. Your second house, we have the King of Cups. Your second house is your material possessions, your values, and also your self-esteem. And it feels like the good thing here is that despite everything that's going on, you don't let anyone or anything change the way you think and feel about yourself. Like if in an argument someone says something about you, you don't let it affect you. Like, you know who you are, you know you look good, you know your personality's great, you know who you are. And so if there are arguments here, you don't let it affect you. For those of you where you're thinking about making this move, this is just telling you that your material world, you're going to be fine starting completely new, because your true values and what your heart desires is this connection, is love, is these experiences that you have, instead of, not wanting to let go of your current life and your current home and your current possessions. So definitely, if you're thinking about making a move, it feels like everything is very supportive of it. The only thing that could be creating a conflict is your own thoughts and your own fears that don't seem to actually exist. And it won't actually happen the way that you think it will. Third house, we have the Empress. Your third house is your mind, your communication, how you're thinking. And it feels like, again, you guys want to nurture something. You guys want to build something. Some of you could be pregnant or could have a child, and you're really prioritizing them. Every decision you make is centered around them. And for those of you who are thinking about making this move, again, it feels like we have the Earth here. It feels like it's like your soul knows that this is where it wants to go. This is where your happiness lies. You're meant to be with this person, and it feels like this move is part of your destiny, is actually going to be very good for you, and it's going to be a very beautiful, transformative experience. It's going to bring out the best in you. It's going to bring out this Empress energy. We have the Empress popping out twice. You guys could definitely end up having a family, getting married, building a life with this person if you do make this move. And your heart knows that. So if you find yourself overthinking it, just tap back into your heart and let yourself, enjoy this. Let yourself trust that this is going to be a good decision, because it feels like it is, and your intuition and your heart know that. So tap into those if you find yourself getting too lost in overthinking. Fourth house, we have the Seven of Swords. So again, with the two different storylines, for those of you who know that a connection is supposed to come to an end, it feels like you may have found out, or you will find out, that there was some deception, something that you'll feel like this person broke your trust, that happened in your house. Or you might find something in your house that exposes something this person did. But yeah, it feels like there's a message, there's something in your home that's going to reveal some sort of truth to you. And it feels like once you see that, you're going to realize it's time to walk away. We have the Muse of Emotions. You could be dealing with a water sign. And we have the Ace of Materials. The Ace of Materials and the Four of Inspirations. Okay, so there's so much going on. Okay, so again, with the Ace of Materials, there's something physical, like it could be an earring, it could be like a napkin with a stain on it that you find. Honestly, and this person, if you don't live with them, if you're at their house, you might actually find something that belongs to a partner they're with. Someone, could be that this person is actually the one who's in another long-term connection, and you find this out when you go to their house. Something about in their home. The Muse of Emotions, it's like they you could be in a relationship with this person and they have like this whole other secret life that you aren't aware of, and you become aware of that this month. For those of you who are thinking about moving, it feels like there's going to be some people in your life that want you to stay, that try to talk you out of it, try to make you feel guilty. And they could be the ones actually putting this fear in your head. But again, you know where your heart lies. You know what's meant for you. And this is a beautiful opportunity that could, and most likely will, lead to marriage and you guys creating a life together, you guys building together. Those of you who are in this long distance connection, it feels like definitely do it. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. Don't let them plant these fears in your head that don't exist. This is a beautiful opportunity that's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. All right, 5th house, we have the 5 of Swords. Your 5th house is dating and your joy and romance. And again, it feels like some of you, there's something you find out about a person that you're dating that complicates things. Again, you most likely will find some sort of evidence in their home, or you find out like they have this family life with someone else, they have children that they haven't told you about. Like they've completely skipped over that area of their life, which seems very, it seems like they're lying, because at this point they should have told you about it. But regardless, it is going to create some conflicts. It's going to confuse you, and it's really going to put you in this state of like, do I stay or do I go? And again, that's why some of you are going to be very affected by this. Let's see. And for others of you, again, it feels like some people, for those of you where you're thinking about making this move, it feels like some people are, could even be some exes that tried to come back in your life during this time and complicate things. But more so, it feels like people are going to try to tell you that this person isn't good for you, you're not meant to be with them, you're going to regret moving all this way for them, you guys aren't compatible. And it's like these little demons, like these whispers that can cause a bit of a headache. But again, if you find yourself in that energy, just tap back into your heart, tap back into your intuition, because you know what the right decision is for you here. All right, and the 6th house, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So the 6th house is your health, your day-to-day routines. So again, for those of you who are finding out something about a person that you're dating, it feels like make sure that you don't let yourself go, and you don't let this fully affect you to the point that you're not taking care of yourself. And you're like, if you have like a good routine going on where you're taking care of yourself, you're working out, you're meditating, you have something you do every day that's for your self-growth and for bettering yourself, don't let all that go because of all this drama that's going on. That's something to be careful of. And for others of you, for those of you who are in this long distance relationship, again, it feels like one thing that might be complicating things for you, there's something that you guys might have like some sort of attachment to routine. If you find that you like your routine, you like that, you know what's coming every day, like you have a certain thing that you do, you have certain places that you go to, you have some sort of attachment to your current living situation, that could also complicate things for you, and cause you, that could be like the reason that you're stressed about possibly making this move, and making this decision. But again, it feels like there's more reasons to go than to stay. So just be mindful of that. It feels like there's a lot of growth and blessings that lie for you in this move and in this transition. And maybe if you do find you have this attachment, like dig deep and find what that's rooted in, because it doesn't feel like it's genuinely you. It doesn't feel like you're the kind of person who needs things to be the way that they are. You're kind of more adventurous and more relaxed. Like you'd normally be excited for this new adventure, but there's something that you may have experienced that caused you to want routine and want things to be the way that they are. And it feels like if you're able to see what that's rooted in and to heal that and work through that, you'll remove this obstacle and you'll remove this thing that's going to be making it complicated for you to make this decision and to make this move. All right, so bottom of the deck, we had the Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Again, for those of you who are dealing with that first situation, your heart, there's something that makes you really... There's something about this person that you're dealing with that's different than anyone else, and so you want to make this work more than you have with anyone else, but it feels like things have been moving a lot slower than they're supposed to. And again, it feels like you're gonna find out why this month, and ultimately it feels like the right decision for you is to move on, is to walk away from this person. And you'll know that, like your intuition knows that, you know, the universe is showing you that you're meant to walk away. But again, there's something that makes you want to hold on to them and makes it hard for you to fully let them go. And it's just important for you to know that this is what you're meant to be doing. You are meant to be moving away. It's not going to serve you to stay with this person. All right, and for those of you who are in this long distance relationship, again, it feels like your heart is calling out to this person, but there are obstacles. For some of you, it's this need for routine that you've picked up from, certain experiences that you've had. Like a lot of times, if we had no control over our lives growing up as children, it was very chaotic. As adults, we become very controlling. Like we need things to be a certain way. We don't like change. We don't like sudden, drastic changes. And again, if you find that is the case for you, it's a lot easier to make this decision because you realize, oh, that's not actually me. It's because of this experience that I had that I feel the need to control. My heart truly wants to go, and my soul is calling me to go. It's just this trauma I may have experienced that's holding me back, and I don't want to let that hold me back anymore. And others of you, this obstacle is people trying to guilt trip you into staying. But ultimately, again, for you guys also, the right decision is to make this move and to go on this new adventure with this person, because it's most likely going to lead to marriage and to, like, this is most likely your forever person. All right, we have, I wish I could take my words back, and I wish things could be different. This is for those of you who are in a situation where you're gonna find something out about this person. It feels like that's the case for the majority of you. And again, it feels like this person is gonna get caught in a very, very big lie. And they are gonna regret it, because there's something about this connection that's very special and very, very different than anything either of you have experienced. But it feels like this lie is just too big to forgive, honestly, and to be able to trust this person again. And we have, I wish things could be different. You definitely do wish this hadn't happened, that this wasn't the case, this wasn't the truth. Because, it could very well be that you guys are soulmates. You guys do have a very strong spiritual connection. But, if someone hasn't done the healing and is not choosing to align with their higher self in this life. And that doesn't, that means that you guys aren't on the same page. You guys aren't aligned with one another. So this connection won't work unless you both have done the work. And just, it feels like you're meant, once you find this out, you know that you're supposed to walk away from them. And if you don't, there's just going to be more reasons and more lies that happen. This person hasn't changed and needs to go through a lot of healing in order to be able to become who you need them to be. But right now, they can't be that person. So just keep that in mind when, deciding whether to stay or whether to go. All right, Aries, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.